Chapter 6, Mishnah 4. The Mishnah describes the actual stoning. The place of stoning was a structure that was twice the height of an average man. The condemned person is brought up to the roof of this structure, accompanied by the two witnesses, and his hands are tied. One of the witnesses pushes him from behind so that he falls off the roof and lands on his chest. He is then turned over onto his back, because lying face downward is more shameful for him than lying face upward. If he dies from the fall, the court has fulfilled its obligation. But if he does not die from the fall, the second witness picks up the large, heavy stone that was kept there for this purpose and places, i.e. throws, it on his chest. If he dies from this, the court has fulfilled its obligation. But if he still does not die, his stoning is carried out by all Israel. That is, everyone present at the execution throws rocks upon him until he dies. As it is stated in Deuteronomy 17:7, the hand of the witnesses shall be upon him first to put him to death, and the hand of the entire nation afterward. The Mishnah discusses what is done with the body after execution. All those who are stoned are hanged for a moment after their death, in the manner described below. These are the words of Rabbi Eliezer. But the sages say no one is hanged except the blasphemer, someone who curses God, and the idol worshiper. Another dispute about the hanging. A man is hanged facing the people, and a woman is hanged facing the gallows. It is shameful for the corpse of a woman to be hanged facing the public, so it is hanged with its back to the people, facing the gallows. In the case of a man, however, where the shame is not as great, the corpse is hanged facing the people in order to leave a deeper impression upon them. These are the words of Rabbi Eliezer. But the sages say only a man is hanged, a woman is not hanged at all. Rabbi Eliezer brings a proof to his opinion that the corpse of a woman is hanged. Rabbi Eliezer said to the sages, but Shimon ben Shetach, an earlier Tana, hanged women in the city of Ashkelon. The sages responded that that was a special case. They said to Rabbi Eliezer, in that incident, Shimon ben Shetach hanged 80 women on the same day. And the law is that we may not judge even two cases involving the death penalty on the same day. Clearly, this was a special case in which the regular rules of execution did not apply. Therefore, we cannot learn from it that the corpses of women are hanged. The Mishnah describes the hanging. How do they hang him? They drive a post into the ground, and a wooden beam extends from it, i.e. a horizontal beam is attached to the top of the post so that it extends outward to form a gallows. He, i.e. an officer of the court, brings the two hands of the corpse together, one on top of the other, and hangs it from the beam. That is, he ties the hands together with a rope, and ties the other end of the rope to the beam, so that the corpse is hanging from the rope by its hands. The next Tana disagrees. Rabbi Yossi says the post was not driven into the ground, but was leaned at an angle against a wall, with the rope dangling from it. And the officer hangs him from it in the way that butchers do. That is, he suspends the corpse from the diagonal post and does not make it lie upon the post. The procedure after hanging. After the corpse is hanged, they untie it immediately, remove it from the gallows, and bury it. Leaving the corpse on the gallows for even a short time is considered a desecration of Hashem's honor, as the Mishnah will explain below. And if it is left on the gallows overnight, the court transgresses a negative commandment. As it is stated in Deuteronomy 21:23, you shall not leave his body overnight on the gallows. Rather, you shall surely bury him on that day. The verse continues with the reason the body must be removed immediately from the gallows. Because a hanging person is a curse of God, etc. That is to say, when people see the hanging body, they will say, why was the body of this person hanged? Because he is blessed, i.e. cursed. Because he blessed, i.e. cursed, the name of God. Thus, the name of heaven is desecrated by his presence on the gallows. Since the hanging body reminds everyone that this person cursed God, it desecrates the name of heaven. It must therefore be untied and removed from the gallows right away.